You've been mining in the shadows, chasing digital gold. Hodling every coin you claim, your secrets untold. Whispers on the chain ignite, you're pulling me slow. Crypto's in your eyes tonight, I'm caught in the glow. While it's locked, your keys are D's, a game I can't unwind. That FOMO's creeping through my veins, you're messing with my mind. I'm not your trader, not your pawn, I see through the haze. You're dancing in my dreams, babe, with your blockchain ways. You just want my transaction, yeah. You just want my stacks to send, oh. Playing games with central plans, I'm slipping deeper in your hands. You just want transaction, you just want transaction, baby. Not my keys, not my crypto lately. Pulling me with moves so shady. You just want transaction, you just want transaction, baby. Charts are spinning, I'm persuaded. Lost in code, intoxicated. NFTs light up the dark, your apes are on display. Gas fees pull me under, but I'm swaying anyway. Babe, we're going to the moon, your voice cuts through the night. Exit scams are calling soft, I'm trapped in your sight. Notes align, your words seducible, running your tone. Promises of wealth unwind, I'm never alone. I'm not your mark, not your prey, but I'm falling too fast. Crypto's got me locked in deep, this high's gonna last. You just want my transaction, yeah. You just want my stacks to send, oh. Playing games with central plans, I'm slipping deeper in your hands. You just want transaction, you just want transaction, baby. Not my keys, not my crypto lately. Pulling me with moves so shady. You just want transaction, you just want transaction, baby. Charts are spinning, I'm persuaded. Lost in code, intoxicated. Chains are humming, coins are running. Call me yours, but I'm not breaking. Cold wallet's mine, no chance you're taking. You're my rhythm, oh. You just want transaction, you just want transaction, baby. Not my keys, not my crypto lately. Pulling me with moves so shady. You just want transaction, you just want transaction, baby. Charts are spinning, I'm persuaded. Lost in code, intoxicated. You just want transaction. Sign my hash, I'm still resistant. Well in the waves, I'm drifting. Crypto's my sweet addiction.
Are made of this. Who am I to hold it or resist? Trading through the blockchain haze. Everybody's chase turns to craze. Some coins boom, some coins bleed. FOMO's grip is all I need. Wallets locked, my heart's in play. Crypto nights steal breath away. Charts go up and crash below. Whales manipulate the flow. Dreams of Lambos fuel my soul. Lost in this decentralized hole. Of this, who am I to hold out or resist? Trading through the blockchain haze. Everybody's chase turns to craze. Hold on, I stake it high. Hold on, I buy the dip. Hold on, I ride the wave. Hold on, till markets flip. This fever's mad.
Check, check. 1, 2.
Keep chasing
1, 2.
sweet games through bulls in the spill. Sweet
Is this thing on?
are made of this. Crypto dreams I can't dismiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the cowbell ceremony. If you're not familiar with the cowbell ceremony, just stand back and proceed to enjoy the blessings of the cowbell as it drives away the evil little spirits and voices lingering about our brains, saying bad stuff to us. Get away, voices. Cowbell commands you. Let us now begin.
The price is high, but I'm holding off. I'm not the one to chase.
That was your cue, Sean. Anytime you want to hit that button, Sean. I'm just saying.
My gosh, there's so much pressure about this freaking button. You think it's so easy? You do it.
For those of you out there that hit that like I should say thank you very much.
Wow, we got a lot going on today, don't we? Wow, look at all that. Somebody forgot to turn the buttons off, didn't they? Whoever would that be? I don't know. I just wonder. So here's an interesting thing that's going on right now, if you haven't noticed. If you haven't been keeping up with it, now this is the 2-hour chart. It is not the 1 minute. I swear to God, it's not the 1 minute or anything, right? This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is the 618 from this high to that low, whatever. That was where we were thinking, man, we were going to fall from there. And wow, look, we did. It fell all the way down here. And look, man, look what happened to altcoins today. Woo! Woo! We got 0.2%. Wow! Yeah! Score! Altcoin season, baby. I look like a bass. A turkey bass. All right, so that's kind of a waste of a good drop in Bitcoin dominance. If you ask me personally, I'm kind of like, that's disappointing. What the freak, man? What the freak? So that can only mean one thing, you know. If they're going out of Bitcoin and they're not going into altcoins, apparently. And look, what's the scary thing is, man, we can bounce here, and then it starts going right on back and visit happy little way. And wouldn't that suck? I'm just saying. I'm just voicing some opinions here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I continuously watch this just continuing to drop. You just lost that level right here in the 2 hour. I mean, I bet you're excited to watch over here on the 5 minute or something, on the 6 minute. I mean, she's just dropping. Bitcoin dominance be dropping like we wanted to see, but altcoins total 3. Oh, you finally going up a little bit. Are you going up a little bit? Going up. This is what we got on. Where's our 2 hour chart on total 3? We got a little something. But I'm highly disappointed for what we got. I'm sorry. I just expected a little bit more than just. Oh, look, you're climbing already. Oh wow, 0.5% now. Got some 1%ers. So how's this hour looking? Are they starting to pop up now? Are we starting to explode on altcoins? Is it time? Now, one thing about Bitcoin, well, here we are. This is total 3 over here. We got them over here. So I took off the other little white line. We just got the main one that we had from our initial little head and shoulders that was down here. Now we technically got a bigger one we're working on, which, yeah, that's just a bigger target to add to the party there. If we can ever break above this yellow line area, I'm going to leave that there. See that SP, the Standard & Poor, the SPX, some people go with ES. No, I thought, is it ES1? ES1. Either way, this is one I've been charting over here, just to keep up with how they're feeling with tech stocks and whatnot. And looks like they didn't even come back to retest this line here. They just kind of bounced right off this little high that they had. We can draw a little line. You can see. Oh, look, snap. There's a line there. Isn't that just beautiful? They came back down and tested that last little area there and started. Well, we're on our little merry way, yeah. So looks like Wall Street's kind of feeling good. We can actually take this line now and extend it right there. we'll take this one and just kind of lay it where we got it. We don't have much going on there, but I would go parallel, so I'm kind of wondering if you would go. It doesn't really matter at this moment. Kind of like that, something like that. And then right behind here, right over here, where we're looking at tether dominance. You would think it might be going up with Bitcoin dominance dropping and altcoins just kind of lackluster, but she's staying the same, so that's good. We want to see that come down. Actually, we want to see this little guy over here. Remember this guy, eyeballs. I'm all over the place. You gotta follow that little cursor over on this show. We're starting to get a green candle. Maybe it will stick. Maybe. Are we starting to get a little something out of altcoins? And if so, how far can she go? I mean, let's be real. Is this going to be the good pump? Well, I'm here on the daily, and I was hanging out with, Total 3. We're just kind of talking like, hey, man, what you been up to lately? So I just been bouncing up and down off this 200 moving average over here, and it's not much. Oh, cool. It seems to be working out for you. I mean, you're kind of just holding weight. Not saying you gained any or anything, but I'm just saying. And I was talking, and I just kind of noticed just how little cute that those little duck lips are. Do you see the little duck lips? They get real fine now. They get real thin. They're the thinnest little duck lips right there. Where the 9 moving average has not crossed barely over that 21, just riding right above it. Can we zoom in on this? Well, let's get down to the source here. Look, it's like a little microscope. We're zooming in to look at the pimples on the face here. The 9 moving average is going continuously up, and the 21 is chasing it right along here on the daily chart. And well, that's bullish if we can keep it up. And it may signal that, hey man, maybe we'll finally get a little bump here out of our altcoins this week. Remember, it is heading into the weekend, so you know how that goes. That gets kind of crazy and not real. Taking profits on the weekend is not a bad idea, because they do jiggle things around during the week as it goes for altcoins. But it's starting to look like, man, maybe we'll come up just a little bit, maybe back to where we were 2 weeks ago. Yay. Well, that was not bad though. Or just last week when we had a nice little pump up in altcoins. Maybe we're going to get another little pumpy up. I hope this one sticks, because this one didn't and this one didn't. There's a 618 area up here. $961 billion is hanging over our head. We probably need to go talk to it again and hopefully break up above it. Now that would be cool. Do you know how cool that would be, dudes, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you remember our little inverted ceiling spider monkey guy over here, the inverted head and shoulders with big old eyeballs that just kind of look weird and freaky? That gives us a measured move right over here, so we're going to mark that. That could be the $1 trillion area, and that sounds familiar to me. I think we've had that little target before. Also, don't ever forget playing with my fibs, because I can't go nowhere without playing with them. I'm glad it's not illegal to pull your fibs out in public and play with them. That is also our 786 Fibonacci here, and I'm just going to take this little move and I'm just going to put them right over there. I might have cheated or screwed up something on my measure move, but I know that Fibonacci ring true. So I'm going to lean with that just as for confluence. And I might put a little note over here. 786. Microphone, you're in my way. I can't see what I'm typing here. And E for you Spanish fingers. E. That's a funny looking E. Does look like an E though. Okay. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh, measure move and M&Ms. 786 and M&Ms. Okay, we got what we need up there. Those eyeballs are freaking me out. Woo! But guys, so could this be a flag to the upside? I mean, it's okay. If you want to play it that way, that's fine too. Your straight up ABC also takes us right up there, so yippee-ki-yay, mother what? We got 3 confluence areas that are pointing to, hey man, screw 618, darling. We're up here at 1 trillion is where we need to be. Let's just pack up the truck and go to Beverly. All right, so $1.03 trillion up there to where we could be coming back to retest this guy. Remember this guy? He's the one that kicked off all the fun, the little big-ass pattern that he does. That you don't recognize, you don't see his eyes. That's what it is. I bet it's that guy. Oh no. Oh, no, what's gonna do? Oh, it's not gonna dump, bro. Surely not. Oh, I wouldn't do that to you. Yeah, no, that little bastard right there is. I do not trust them. I'm on the look. If you see anything that resembles this shape of the spider monkey or whatever we're gonna call this little guy, it's a triple top pattern. But you got two big old shoulderms and a little bitty tiny head. A little bitty tiny head. A little bitty tiny head. Those little bastards are devious. I'm just saying. The curse of the spider monkey. All right, so anyway, we got a new trend line going on right now, and we might touch the bottom of it at some point. May just go sideways. That would suck, and that would kind of deviate from all the good stuff that we just talked about, the little hopium that we were just talking about a minute ago. So I'm just throwing that out there just as possibilities. But right now, as long as those moving averages are kind of still kind of going with momentum there after bullish across the 200 on the daily for total 3, I think we might see a possibility for an advancement, furtherance, come hitherance and uppiness of some of these altcoins, but not all of them. Not all of them are going to make it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I got your hopes. I know you got your hopes up for your favorite altcoins out there. Those ones that you are married to, that you looked into their eyes and said, you're beautiful. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Sell you. I would never betray you that way. Never, never. Well, you shouldn't worry about it anyway, should you? So just sit over there. But some of them are going to do good. Some of them a lot of them going to cheat on you. I'm just saying that. A lot of them altcoins are going to cheat on you. Yeah. I know that you loves them. I know that you do. But the sad truth is, they don't love you. I don't know. Oh, shoot. Sean, we just lost like 15 people, right? Some people can't handle the truth. That's all I'm saying. Some people cannot handle the truth. Your altcoins, I'm sorry to say, when's the last time did they tell you? Did they kiss you goodnight? Did they bring you hot chocolate? I don't think you qualify for loving you back. I'm just saying. Let's just be real, okay? All right, moving on. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Maybe we should come over to the chat and see if we can get back on the program here. So Bitcoin kind of doing something. Oh, did we look at Bitcoin at all? Because it looked like she's trying to do something over here. On the way minutes, we get down to the wee bitty bitties. I was watching her over here on COINEX on a tiny time frame, and I've got this little channel over here and some trend lines drawn because that's what I do. It's a habit. It started one line, and then one line became 2, and 2 became 3, and it's a story beyond Zona's time itself. It just, there's no 12-step program for this. Hell, you compare it. It's only recently you could find a TA course on crypto TA. They ain't no help for us, crazy addicts, on these lines that we just keep looking at all night long. But that's cool. We started making our first real high here, so we got a chance. We broke back into a trend line, so I'm taking that as, I'm reading this as a swing failure pattern, a possible little bear trap idea. But I don't know that she'll get very far than right up here, though. Because when you zoom out, because that's what we should do. I shouldn't have went in on that 1 minute like that. That was really kind of degen of me. If you zoom out, I mean, we could be we broke this this trend line here from bodies to a wick to some more bodies as best that we could get it. Anyway, all our moving averages up here, which are bearish, by the way, are hanging out at this area too. And we put the little range tool on it. It's also your value area high. This is where we were last night during our show, where, you know, we're talking about possibilities of it dropping down. Actually, this 106.3 didn't quite tap that, did we? You suck, Crow Dog. Shut up, man. All right, so anyway, we might be coming up here, though. Well, I mean, I hope so. Excuse me. Hey, man, I was getting ready to draw something there, dude. Okay, can I have the screen now? Okay. Are you sure? Yeah. I mean, are you done? I mean, go ahead. Draw a smiley face if you want to. Get it out of your system, whatever you're trying to. Okay. You're sure? Okay. All right. I got the screen back. All right. So right up here in this area about 1089, 1088. Are we coming back up to this area or the trend line even? Get a little bit above it. There's a 360 moving average up there that we're underneath. I don't see anything that looks like it's going to make the ones that seriously need to cross it, but I could be wrong. So might we come up there and then I don't know what we get rejected. We might even come down for a lower low. Now I'm not trying to be bearish. I mean, but that's a very real situation that can happen here, right? The other situation, the opium situation. I didn't say 420, did I?
Those guys, they call my name. Stacking sats, never playing the same game.
Okay, anyway, moving on. Our value area high. Our area over here. Oops, you might not be able to see it. All right, so this area right here with that blue line, that's our value area high. That's also an area that we might want to put on our radar. And curious enough as it is, this little gray line we got, well, that's the high from Bitcoin that we had the first time we came up, and then this was our second top. We came up just a little higher, so that 109,900, just right at 110,000, right here, right below that area. Well, well, we already got a price tag there. Let's go with that one. I'm gonna be a lazy bastard. But just right under the value area high there. Are you done? Are you done? You need to do it one more time. Get it out. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. These are Degen is going flat out Degen. Anyway, okay, so 110,000 could be where we're headed to up here. Maybe if we can just get past this area 108, 109. So, oh wow, 110 comes after 109. That makes sense. Turkey, tell me something new. All right, that is true, Bobby. 110 does come after 109 in most cases, in most universes, anyway. All right, so that looks kind of cool. Let's come over to the chat. Like I said, I was going to 15 other times and never made it there. 28 people hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being here. Bush on Parade, how's it going, my man? Says, I don't care for bears. I see the Cypher B3 week and I'm all in. I'll be sitting in the corner. The Cypher B3 week? The Cypher. Oh, Cypher B. Gotcha. Takes me a minute sometimes. I gotta pull out them psychic vibes and read minds. It takes a little more effort. Hey, we have Soul in the house, Avi Medina, Glittery Marshmallow, Chris Klein. We got Board PC guy. Giving a shout out to everybody. That's what I'm doing. Shout out to Tommy 2 Liters, Haven Peck, MG Motorsports. The like button needs a slap. It's been acting up lately. That is true. That little Board PC guy says this say looks like it's doing a thing. Can we get the skinny on that? Can we get the story first? We may have to do some investigating over here on Say and unveil the scandalous activities that it has been up to. I will expose it. I'll expose its nefarious deeds. and its sultry lustfulness for thirsteth of power. I'm just going to shut up before he gets more stupid. Gotta get my eyes back in. Been busy watching Saiyan Soul, baby. The Soul Train. Chart it is. Haven says, Ordy, I saw that one as I was flipping past it. You know, I haven't checked on that. Well, I did. I saw it in my wallet the other day. I was doing some DeFi stuff over there. Roguelite says, just stopping by, leave a like, Road Dog. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. I appreciate that. All them little likes, they do help the channel grow, reach a few more people. And I have no cue.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
No cute rhyme to end that with. Coffee Road Dog, that is better. Yeah, but Coffee Road Dog stays up all night. That's the problem. And then we get weird ass Road Dog late at night. But I think the Road Dog that takes the cake is the Apple Water Road Dog. I think everybody can agree that guy freaking that stuff started kicking my butt quick. It tastes so good though. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher. That just makes me want coffee. Now we're talking about coffee. Look, coffee. And so got 2 dogs and 1 outside. Purple Ice Pop. The bear is toast, says Haven. White Widow! Or a White Widow. Your favorite saying and you skipped it? Oh no, what'd I do? Oh no! Ha! Ha, that's funny. Loves you even if you have stinky feet. Ask Sean. Where's my favorite comment? I missed it. Oh, we found it. We found it. I never can't miss that. That's almost a sacred ritual these days. That's almost as sacred as the cowbell. Not everything is as sacred as a cowbell, my friend. Okay, sorry, Hobby. Not trying to step on any sacred cows there. No, I got that. Skittle water! Zill, if you get... Oh, man, I haven't looked at Zill in a while. Well, I've seen it in my wallet, or my... she's down. She's really down. Ollie says Fat BTC wants to go soon. You guys are bringing up some good things to look at. I've got a few on my radar to go over. Most of them are things that are kind of happening at the moment. And then some that are supposed to recently turn bullish. I want to take a look at some of these real quick, if you don't mind. I mean, and by quick, I mean quick. I'm not going to jump into... He says that. He says he's not going to do the TA and stuff and go all into the charts. You know how he is. Shut up. Shut up. All right, so WCT... This is a wallet token. I'm not big on wallet tokens, but oh hell no, hell no! You're already up there, of course. I mean, gee, I guess when they say this is trending, they mean this is about ready to dump on our ass. That's what it should say. Trending should be dump on your ass. That's what that should mean. When you go to these little, you know, I'm looking at some things that Tokenmetrics was shouting out, and this is why I don't chase a lot of things that they put over there, because when they're trending, well, yeah, no crap, Sherlock. She's already going without us, but I can't say that's not bad. If I don't know, we have looked at it before, but let's say you got in around 50 cents. Oh, you would have doubled up. Okay, well, nice. Orca is another one that was probably sky high to heaven. Oh no, really? Wow, I'm so. Oh, we looked at this recently. It's been a minute since we looked at this. Still waiting for that first target to get hit. All these things are still good. So we're still looking. Let me double check here. Yetham, Lord. 374, 377 area for Orca. We're at 290 right now. She should be finally getting ready to try to go up and tackle that little fuzzy monster up there. I would hope. That could be a possible 25% gains to the first target there. This was March 20th, so if you don't mind waiting a little bit. Orca don't have a good history of maintaining a level playing field or a level area. She likes to spike up and then come back down. So you got that. This is not the best chart for it either. She's got more of a bigger, better, faster chart somewhere, but we'll go ahead and move on from Orca to one called Send, which I'm not familiar with at all. And you are which one? I'm gonna go here. I have no volume on this one. This one's generated by TradingView here. Send coin, whatever this is, nice rounded bottom, still within its bargain zone, if we want to call it that. I mean, she gets to 11 cents, then wishing you'd buy it when it was 2.5 cents would probably qualify as, wow, man, I kind of missed out on that one. That was already like 5x, though, man. I should have bought it down there. Wonder how you know when to buy something, if it's usually a good place to buy it on the bottoms. And I'd say pull a fib and buy it under the 236. And if you get another little leg, like this one right here, you 236 that little bastard too. You can even nail it in. Imagine getting this one, it was under 1.8 cents. Right under this little humpy hump. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah. Watch she come back to that area. Anything is possible in this 3-card Monty world that we live in called crypto Web3. And I like these areas right here at 5.5 and 7 cents for Send coin, whatever it is, wherever it may be. Can you get this one anywhere? I feel like this song has been played before. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe we just traveled back in time. Oh crap, I forgot to look and see what the Bitcoin price was like 2 minutes ago. I could have made $1 million. All right. So Send here on the 4 hour, like most altcoins, I see a ribbon flipping going on. That's where the moving averages are starting to flip bearish. I mean, not just a few over each other, but they're all starting to get in line. They're getting the little ducks in order, baby. Getting our little turkey eggs all in the incubator. They're coming out. Oh! It's not Thanksgiving, is it? All right, so that's where we are. Let's take a look at SEI. What are you doing, SEI? Say. Well, disappointment from 38 cents all the way down to 13 is how I remember you. Are you ever look? Hey man, big eyes, big eyes. Oh man, come on, Say. Don't be that guy at the party. Come on, I mean for real. Come on now. Give me a little something to believe in here, Say. You don't be breaking trend. That better be a bear trap, mister. You better get your hands back inside that program. Get your... All right, so we're at areas talking to the old devil right there. That's that red line. That's that red line. That's Miss Lucy right there. It looks like we are trying to flip this ribbon too. She's just taking some time and being very ornery over here, Say. Getting out of the trend line, that's a no-no. You're not supposed to do that, by the way. I got hopes that she's going to get back in there. Let's cross our fingers, because otherwise we could be looking at 13 cents again. And this is just not the right time and the right year to be doing this, Say. That's all. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. Say. They said, Say, you're gonna change the world, man. You're gonna change the world. I seen you drop, man. I seen you drop from your glory. You were in your glory at one time, Say. You were way up high. in the sky. Everybody was looking at Say saying, you want to be the next Swee. Well, they were chasing you up there to $1.11, 111. You got the magic angel numbers, and then what happened? Was it too much for you? Was the limelight too much? Could you not handle the heat in the kitchen? Was the Rolling Stone calling you up every weekend for that interview, and you just kept saying, oh, I can't do it right now. I'm too nervous. I'm too... Ah! Where's my coffee? Where's my coffee? Say, what happened to you, man? You hit bottom before and you started to pick yourself up, and then what happened? Did you relapse? You couldn't handle getting over 70% there, 70 cents. And then you fell back into the trap again, I see. We got our eyes on you, Say. We got our eyes on you, Say, but I'm telling you, baby. You've been down in the gutter before. You had to come back. Taste that limelight one more time. Have you got it out of your system? Can you use a little Jesus in your life? Can you do something here? Can we start looking and moving up instead of always coming down, Say? I'm just saying, but hey, I gotta say, hey baby, why you down here? I'm just saying. Why? You want to have a little fun? I don't know, you know. I mean, what are you doing right now? You know, I'm just sitting here. I'm just doing a YouTube channel show, but I don't know. Maybe afterward, maybe you know, we can get together. I don't know. I know you're kind of up there right now. I mean, you know, you may be feeling a little down, but if you want to, I'm just saying. If you know, get the desire, something a little bit later, you want to, you know, come on down here, baby. Baby, I'll be waiting for you. Come on down to 18 cents, baby. Show me something. You want to do it? I'm here, baby. I'm here. I'll be waiting for you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look into the light. Look into the light, right? Okay. It was all a dream. It's just a dream. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. All right, so Say. We're on the 3-day chart, by the way. On the 2-hour, look at that. Nice. You're finally doing something, Say? I don't know if she would come down and talk to me here, but I would look for the possibility. I would love to see it get above this trend line, as I'm sure we all would. Will it or not? I don't know. I'm not seeing enough. I said lots of moving averages down here and some resistance here. She's going to have to take a big old pump up there. I wish her luck. I hope she does. If she does get back above this area, say we get back above 24 cents, we can get there and hold it. We should be looking good to start coming up. Otherwise, hey baby, I'll check you out down here, okay? You know what I'm saying? Feel me? I think we got a good chance to try to run for it. Well, let's see if we can make this party. Strip this balls off. Come on, baby. Let's pump it up. All right. We're going to move on to Ordy now because Say just turned into a whole debacle. Sorry, that was kind of scandalous. 27 people saw that. Oh, jeez. May not be able to show my turkey face around here again. Moving on to Ordy. Hey, Ordy, how you doing? Ordy. Where do we want to look at Ordy? OKX looks kind of cool. Ordinals? Mount up. All right, so look at you down at the juicy little bottom. You're looking kind of hot. You got a little rounded little kind of structure here. It's a little zigzaggedy, I would say. I'm sure we could probably slap a line on it. Oh, look at that one. Nice little internal trend line. What it become? It wasn't always an internal trend line. It was just a main trend line until it broke above it and decided to run across it. And then it kind of moved it instantly into the nice juicy goodness of the insides. Then we started going this way. That wasn't good enough, so probably started deviating and started going this way. And then we said, well, must make this one an internal trend line as well, because apparently I love those internal trend lines. So there's a possibility we're doing this. I will lay this here at the moment because we need a line in the sand to say, hey, Bubba. I think I was thinking that this was a different coin. I think I was thinking this is ORAI, O-R-A-I, and this is ORDI, whichever. Anyway, we're starting to flip some ribbons here on the 12-hour. Let's go down to the 4-hour. That's our ribbon flipping area here that I'm checking out. I liked it. It looks like every other ones. All the altcoins that I'm seeing look like they're slowly trying to gain some ground. And putting that together with what we saw in Total 3 and Bitcoin Dominance, it looks a little hopeful like we might get something. But man, we got to see some reaction start popping off soon, because we lagging behind that Bitcoin Dominance pop down. She ain't going to pop down forever. I'm just saying. So we need to see something happen soon. So I'm kind of curious. We're looking for about $30 billion to come into the market over the next, I don't know, a few days maybe. I don't know if it'll stick around though. So it might be a spike up and a spike down. I mean, I think we're starting to do better when we look at most of these altcoins, they on their weekly charts. Some of these bigger indicators here. Here on the 2 week. 2 weeks not flipped over. Weekly has flipped over for the past 3 weeks. She's been in bullish. She's been in bullish territory, and that bullish territory has taken us basically almost to double, or definitely to double to 2x. It's not so bad, really. We get used to that in crypto, and you think we would be able to navigate it better. I would think. Well, you're always 2xing your money. You should be loaded, and I'm like, huh. You know, that's a good point. What the hell's happening? Sometimes you gotta follow that rabbit hole. So here on the 4-hour, trying to get above that 800 moving average. Let's do it, baby. Come on, Ordy. Let's get this party started. Where you headed? Well, I'm just gonna come out here and we're gonna take our measurement from a high way down to a low, and we're gonna look at that $16.73 area-ish. Another juicy little area. Well, we already got one over here. I want to stick with them about 28, 25 in that area. All right around $28, $29. So from here to there, it's not bad. It's almost a 3x up to here. $33 over your 3x. That next target would definitely at 618. We get at $34. So she's at a nice little area, in the area to accumulate it, in my personal opinion. If you're trying to play this one for, you know, this next leg of the cycle, where we might see 16, 23, 30, 35, 42, $53, maybe even higher out of ordinals over these next few, I don't know, weeks, months, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if our summer is going to be good. Usually summers are not that great in crypto, just historically. Probably one thing we might want to do for any of us that are kind of questioning what to do right now, because there's a mixed bag of feelings out here on the market. You know, it's Bitcoin topped, it's had the conference, historically it's dropped after a conference over a period of 5 to 7 weeks. Kind of, you know, brings up some PTSD feelings for last year. When we had the Bitcoin conference, it's like, oh yay, we're finally coming back up. Maybe we'll keep on going from here. And then nope. Then we had our biggest drop freaking ever. Well, I mean, not ever, but we went from close to 100,000, what, 97, all the way down to what, 48? That was not fun. And in the meantime, altcoins just died. And I know we're sitting here thinking, oh, they're coming back now, and they can't get any lower. And it doesn't look like the Total 3 will do that, right? It doesn't look like Total 3 will shoot down here to these depths that we were before. It doesn't look like it, but can it? And I want to say, hell yeah, it can. We don't want it to, but it can. So we shouldn't just think, oh, it's just going to keep going up and shoot on up forever. I mean, I know we got these juicy targets up here, right? But we just need to keep that in mind. So that's why it's important to watch this and stuff and get some ideas. Right now, it looks like we're good. We're good so far. But eventually, I mean, will this trend line give, and will we come back down to some area? Will we finally come back and touch the spider monkey's tummy over here? I don't know, man. I hope we get some more uppiness before the downwardness happens. That's what I'm hoping for. And keep my eye on this big old Ichimoku cloud over here. But that's where MACD comes in. She makes me feel a little bit better because I'm like, oh, because last week we weren't here. Last week we didn't flip. We didn't solidify it. Now we got it, baby. Now we got it. And it may be a slow rise. It may be a slow one. Here we were back in October of 2024 when she flipped the bullish over here. And those first few weeks were kind of like, oh yeah, yay, we're blah, 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 yay, MACD, we're bullish, right? Yeah, here, I'll hear your altcoin season. So that's where we were then. I remember October was like, oh, this is supposed to be October. And we're like, what the hell? Oh, is that all we get? It sucked until it didn't. And then we came into December. And then that was fun, and your boy did not pay himself as much as he should have. Hopefully we're gonna do it right this time though, right, Sean?
Listen, I thought they were going to keep going up. Shut up.
Jesus, Sean. Taking your keys away. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen. So we got that, and that looks promising. I would like to see a, more enthusiastic kind of leap over that red line. But hey, man, what they all we got, right? You can start out a little slow, build up some momentum, a little foreplay, if you will. Come here, Tokyo, and then we're ready to smash it up there, right? I mean, you don't need a whole lot of come in Tokyo, do you? I mean, I guess we can do it for a few days, but. Okay. Anyway, let's move now to when you guys said FET or BTC. Actually, it's well, you didn't do that, man. What's up with you? Fetch AI against Bitcoin, and some exchanges actually trade that. Otherwise, you gotta finagle it yourself. But it's a good idea to check all your coins against Bitcoin for real, just to know if you're in something that's worth holding and messing with. Because when you look at it for the, I know this turkey, I know this dude, I know this other this other dude whose smart play ran afoul. No kidding. When was taking a loan to get some Bitcoin to buy some altcoins. You look at the value your altcoins get over time compared to that Bitcoin. That did not. Your Bitcoin was better served as Bitcoin rather than putting it in the money. My Bitcoin was better. Let's just fess up. My Bitcoin was better, well served, staying in Bitcoin to go into fiat dollars to start trading on the altcoins that just continually lost value there. That's been the lesson I've learned this cycle. Is to leave the altcoins alone, or at least don't chance your Bitcoin with it. That's 84% value drop when you look at it from those perspectives. But now, if we ever get an altcoin season, that's when the tables turn, and that's when, if you wait till altcoin season starts coming around before you start establishing a position, rather than doing it early in the bear market where you can make all kinds of money. You can make it against dollars, but you're not making it against Bitcoin whatsoever. Not so ever against Bitcoin, but you'll get your little pumps out of the dollars, and then she'll give it back. You'll get them again, they'll give it back. Get it again, they'll go lower. That's what they've been doing lately against the dollar, right? But imagine if you did it now, whether you buy in dollars or, gosh, I wouldn't. Now I make a rule, I can spend my dang Bitcoin on nothing. I ain't spending on nothing. Nothing. It's staying there. Never again. I'm going to be like Michael Saylor. I'm not touching the Bitcoin. Gonna be the greedy little Scrooge stack of Bitcoin, little bastard. I just need a bunch of Bitcoin around me. I just don't have that yet. We can all dream though, right? But these eventually go up, and then imagine that, you had I dare say a Bitcoin's worth, but let's say you had 0.1 Bitcoin, and then it goes up like 200%, and then you got like 0.3 0.3 Bitcoin. That's what I'm talking about, baby. So it's about timing the altcoins to magnify your Bitcoin if that's your strategy. And that's the OG strategy. That's the one that we should really be focusing on with these altcoins. Is trying to use it to increase our Bitcoin. And you know, easier said than done. I can attest to that. At least when you do it backwards, like I seem to have done it backwards that way. All right, so lessons learned this cycle. On your road dog, man. I'll tell you when I screw up and what the hell it went wrong and what not to do, and you don't want to do that. So Bitcoin, rule of thumb, we want to keep that safe and secure because them big boys, they're really good at getting it out of our hands. Ladies and gentlemen, now I have noticed that some exchange tokens are starting to heat up a little bit. So some's like, I think KuCoin has one, KuCoin token. This is them on the weekly chart. Let's look at them on the daily over here. I haven't looked at you in a minute. In a sweet minute. So she was down here in 7. That was that Liberation Day? Yeah. On Liberation Day, she got down to $7. She was hanging around about $10, so she's up to 11. She's getting a little traction. So I just noticed that those are moving, and sometimes those are really good plays. I mean, you want to get in at a good price on it. We didn't see where it was down here at hardly anything back in 2012. That's last cycle. Oh my gosh, how far did we get down on KuCoin? $4. That one has actually done pretty good over. I mean, she cycles up and cycles down like a true altcoin. All right, so KuCoin. Let's take a look at BNB exchange token also. BNB been hanging strong, man. So, did you come back to these areas? Oh man, you came down a little bit lower. You came down to 504 back in those days. It was on the weekly chart here. And zoom out to where we are now. Man, that still looks kind of strong. BNB, where you going, baby? Wow, I haven't looked at this one in a while. Or we just thought of just. Well, let's take a new look at BNB. What are you almost in price discovery again? That's a crypto fling. You don't really love me, you just love my crypto. You don't really see me, you just see my crypto. Don't feel good doing that just yet. Then came another gal, met me on a trading app. Told her my wallet was fat, her greed made me snap. Wanted my private keys to unlock all the gains, but she was just another fashion link in my chain. You don't really love me, you just love my crypto. You don't really see me, you just see my crypto. Thick crip with slut. Need some road dog, you know. Maybe I'll find one in a cyber cafe with no gain in her eyes, just loving her array. No fake QR. Give me just a second to get us some targets here. Decentralized, no strings in the back. Then rolled in a Satoshi, claimed she knew all the tricks. But her blockchain was shady, full of pump and dump pics. She said, hold out together, I'll take you to the moon. But I ain't buying her Ponzi loves my bubble to croon. Yeah. So I know it sounds crazy right now. Until that one day. You don't really love me, you just love my crypto. You don't really see me, you just see my crypto. You sick cripple slut. Look, need some road dog. Now I think we're coming up and trying to work our way up to 834. And I know it sounds that does sound crazy. Gosh, I gotta change my strategy on you. So we had this, so we got some resistance, but that means that we can at least hit that first target. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but keep in mind that the weekly MACD, I mean, she's in her second bullish week here. I think we can do that. I think we can pull that little guy off there. And now we got a new little trend line established. seems to be forming a channel that we seem to respect, and that opens up both of those ideas. Actually, it kind of opens up all three if we think about it. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine $1,000? I mean, I can, because we've seen this kind of crap happen this way, but BNB looks strong AF. Now, if there's anybody that knows how to run a coin, it's BNB chain. They know how to do it. They burn a coin, and they know how to keep the value going, whatever they do. So it's always been definitely a strong runner. It's not a bad idea. I mean, just maybe throw a little bit of your profit in there and just let it ride its way up. Or keep it as one to buy on whenever she does dip and goes low. Because I mean, it was down here at 237, right? No, well, we're on the weekly. I forgot that. Oh, yeah, that was way back then. Where's she been lately? About 520, 530, somewhere right there. So between 520 and 530. 520. 520. That's close enough. Oh, Jesus. All right, so that target should also line up pretty gosh darn nicely right here from swing hard to swing low right there. The mystery of the fibs. Ah! Okay, so 838, baby. Let's go knock it out. I've got to get bullish on you. Jeez, I wasn't being bullish on you. I was being kind of hedgy on you. That's what I've been, kind of hedgy on you. Now I got to flip up. All right. How long would it take you on the daily, man? How long would it take you to get up there? That's 23%. I'm just saying. All right. So BNB, I don't see you trying to die anytime soon. Any bad news coming for you? Note to self: I might be going heavy on BNB. Seriously, I need a note to self. A note to self. Set it up here where we can see it now. Right there. Oh, look. All right, so BNB's looking interesting. What was another? COINEX has a coin too. I think BNB is probably one of the best exchange tokens to go with. Or Crow's also on there. I can't find COINEX. Oh, it's CET. That's right. It is CET. I've never really played this one. I've had some before for a discount, but it gets used up because you're using it for your discount to pay your fees. And you're like, dang, man, we play lots in fees. You don't realize how much you pay in fees, man. You don't. I don't think any of us do. And if you're a lot of your losses may not necessarily be based on your trading ability. I mean, a lot of it does, don't get me wrong, a majority of it does, but a certain portion of that is the fees in the game. You're losing. You start out losing a lot. You might get lucky every once in a while, but you start out losing regular, and that's why you start trying to learn this stuff. And then you start getting to where you kind of start breaking even, and that takes a while, in part because I think of the fees, to be honest with you. And then you start getting to be where you're profitable, and you kind of zip-zack in between being profitable and breaking even, and that's when you can start to just pay attention to those fees then. But then you start, it starts building up. It starts going your way. You're not losing as much, or when you do, if you're following the rules, it's not as bad. And then when you don't follow your rules, you're like, oh crap, here's my ass. They handed it to me again. No, every time I break my rules. And you need your own set of rules, not my rules, not anybody else's rules. You can steal them if they make sense to you, but you need some rules to go by. Gotta have those rules, man. Anytime this market spanks you in the ass, you make a rule. Okay. You learn from it and you make a rule, and you try not to deviate from those rules. Try is what we say, because, well, those little Degen voices and stuff take over. So CET, just steady up, not anything exciting over here. Maybe it's like every other altcoin. Is it 6 cents? Really? How high can you go? How high have you been? That doesn't look like anything amazing. What, 12 cents or something? Okay, well, whatever. Here's one called Zeus. And we looked at it before. I just can't remember anything about it. I guess we'll look at Zeus Tether. Okay, what's so special about you? Well, she's definitely at a bottom area here. I don't think. Does this still count? You were down here. She went just a wee bit lower. Looks like when we looked at her last time, she was down here at this bottom, so it had to be within the past week or so. No. I bet it was here, I bet it was this one. No, it couldn't have been you. I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that this isn't valid anymore. She decided to go lower. Now we gotta come down and redraw our lines. Now I guess we're going to shoot for that little 37-cent target since you started playing these silly little games with us. Let's hope that's the bottom. So I thought I'd find something interesting over here, but I don't see anything at all. Unless you're really degen and kind of want to take a play here, but I don't see anything that's giving me a really total buy signal. At all. Even on the 4-hour, we don't have the ribbon flipping going on. We don't have the moving averages crossing or flipping or anything like that going on just yet. Okay, well, you're not a good one to put on my radar. I want to take a look at PopCat if you don't mind. PopCat over here on Mexi. Wow, man. I think we did this one on a live thing back in the day. So we had that's interesting. We had a measure move that got hit and everything, but it's interesting how measure moves later on. They come back and get retested a lot, and you see where they were resistance and then they turn into support. That's just always kind of interesting. So we had a pay me here area, and then that's why we've been coming back and retesting. So looks to me like PopCat is at an area to bounce to the upside if she can just hold that. I need a different PopCat chart. I want to keep that one without screwing it up. How about you, Bybit? Okay. So here on the 4-hour for PopCat, it looks like the ribbons are flipping in, man. I'm not crazy about this idea where we lost that trend line, barely retested it. And I'm not crazy that we don't really have a good solid trend line now. But we did see that this was a great little area for it to bounce at, that it has. To me, I think she's got some work to do, though. So I can't get an established trend line just yet, other than the one that we lost. We can keep that one on there, because that would be resistance. But we're at this little juicy little 382 area is what it should be. Why would you take the other ones off? Let me do some double checking here on some PopCats. Shoot, let's just revisit PopCat here. Tighten up my fibs. Oh, I guess that was right. There you go. Was I being lazy? Just didn't color it right. $0.87 PopCat sounds juicy. Come on, baby, quit going down. Well, I mean, I like it when you go down, but nope. Come on.
Money moves fast and wild, surfing waves like a digital child. West Coast vibes in every trade. No regrets with the past we've made. Number go up, up, up. Chasing dreams won't stop, 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 stop.
So, PopCat. So you went up there and you did a little double toppy top kind of pat. Oh no, is that a woolly booger or a spider monkey? Is that a little thing with a tiny little head? Don't you be doing that? I don't think so. I hope not. That would suck. I don't like that little pattern though. Is she trying to make a double top, lower high for a lower low? Man, I guess we just gotta fib her out. I'm gonna pull out my fibs and play with it. So we've been hanging around this 382 area. Hopefully that will stick. We'll draw this little area, the 0.5. These are kind of the main areas we want to look at for right now. So that would be a possible 38-cent. Popcat, you suck! Popcat, don't you dare go down there. She flirted with that idea, but just couldn't do it. And well, we got to take that as a good sign that she didn't actually make a lower low. And she actually kept level with this one, so that's a little hopium.
We always do with hopium.
That's a little hopium. That maybe this area will hold. I hope so too, man. But ooh, those moving averages are really attacking that. Ooh, look at that. That's a kamikaze nosedive right there. Non-moving averages under 21. So all three of these moving averages went under the 200. That's not great. I mean, that's not great. But what is good is that 100 has got such a nice angle. It has a 200 nice strong angle. So maybe that's enough of the momentum, the undercurrent, if you will, to keep us from dropping down as much to 38 cents. I really don't want to see it go down to 38 cents. Unless I'm ready for it. I'd rather see you go up since you haven't. She hasn't made a lower low yet, so we still got some hope. Some hope, man, but 38 cents could be happening. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. What say you on the smaller time frames? Will we bounce or will we fall? Man. Well, now that would be a bullish cross, technically. I honestly can't say. I can only say it looked like it could really go either way right now. You suck, Road Dog. I'm looking for any signs. There's not enough divergence to make a difference, in my opinion. We got to keep our eyes on. We don't have a sign yet that she's going to drop lower, but she might. It's still on the table. We could see 38. We're hoping not. I'd rather see 52. Come on, Popcat. If the rest of the world's going to pop, you need to pop too. Pop to a. Let me come back to the chat because I've just been a chatty Cathy on all these kids. Good brown gravy, what's going on? I think I might be flipping bearish on altcoins. John Stupid down the road doesn't want frog coin. He wants to make an investment in Bitcoin. Am I crashing out? Am I crashing out or cashing out right now? It looks like they're trying to move a little bit now. How far did they move? I don't know, but they are starting to look. They're starting to look a little bit more interesting for maybe the next week or two, hopefully. But I was feeling the same exact way. I'm just like, man, altcoins are dead. Poke them with a stick. Really the thing that moves altcoins is, it's going to be when money printer go burr. That might be June, July, before they really can get money printer and Chair Powell to really turn on them. That's when it really happens, ladies and gentlemen. Really, we can look at Bitcoin dominance, and as we looked up earlier, Bitcoin dominance, it had a substantial drop. That's dropped more percentage-wise. In the last 2 days, Bitcoin dominance has dropped almost 1.5%. Whereas when we were getting all happy, like, woohoo, altcoins are taking off. Look at that. All these things are going up. It was 1.4% back on the May, the 25th. Oh, crap. Maybe I'm talking. I don't think that was it seems like we had a bigger pump then, but it wasn't a great. This was the one where we were feeling it and saying, oh man, altcoins are starting to look really kind of juicy. Woohoo, look at all this. And you know, Parkcoin was going crazy and all this other stuff was happening here. That drop, that was about a 5% drop. Okay, so we got one, we're 20% into that. If we can get another 5% drop, oh man, we need to be coming down here to here. Maybe we are. That would be excellent if we do. But man, these moving averages I don't see it. There's not a moving average down here for us to go touch and say, hey man, how's it going? They're like, we own them right now. So I don't know. I'm curious. But that's what needs to happen. That's one sign we need to see is for this to continue down, to feel good about altcoins. And in my personal opinion with altcoins, we talked about this for a while, and I've not been playing it as well as I can for somebody who can talk about these things or foresee the possibility of these things happening. This is Bitcoin season. Bitcoin dominance is taking off. Altcoins getting left behind. We talked about that a couple of years ago here at the channel. That'd be a sucky scenario, wouldn't it? And here we are. And with 73 cents or 73%, I actually see that target. I think that Bitcoin dominance can go up there. Some people are looking at 66. I think 73, and that's historically right around this zone where we've been before. 1, 2, 3 times up there before we really get nice pulls out of altcoins. What is really called altcoin season, and that's always usually toward the end of the run. So if that's going to happen, I mean, that should be somewhere around, I don't know, in the fall. October, maybe sometime we get up here. So altcoin's going to suck until October. It's a hard call. Now they'll rise with Bitcoin goes up, but they're not going to gain against Bitcoin until this happens. And then when they start gaining against Bitcoin, that's when they're on fire. They're really tearing it up against the dollar. And so it just makes me reestablish my whole strategies. And as far as altcoins is like, why should I even mess with them until about, 4 years from right now? Then start playing with altcoins for about 4 years from now. Screw it until then. Get them on that last dip. That seems to be the winner when everybody's just all like, I'm so sick of altcoins. Sure, you miss a few, but you miss some rug pulls and failed projects and all that stuff that you get in and think it's going to do good, so you hold on to it, and then you find out, oh, they had an exploit. Oh, well, that bag's gone. You go through a lot of stuff, and it starts making sense to, hey man, I might time this a little different next season and avoid all that bull crap. I know there were some gains, but did you take the profits perfectly? And I gotta say, I could have done a lot better. Well, maybe we should just avoid it all together. We'll just wait. I'm just saying, these are the thoughts that are going, the things that I'm starting to think about as we learn our lessons in every cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, shall I come over to the chat? Well, we still got a little bit of time here. Pop Tua crashing in, it seems. Always says, I'm looking for a shit hit the fan moment to Degen. Come on, Bitcoin. That's really what we should all look for. But it's easy to start chasing these things when they go up. And then sometimes you got to, like in my spot margin strategy, as the trend goes up, I'm building my bag as they go up because that's giving me more collateral to build it. So, so to an extent, I can't say can't chase because in a sense I'm selling and buying, but it's still rotating as they go up. It's still buying higher. Reese John says, I got $10 in zoos. Let's see if it recovers or not. Free money from gains. Hey, it's free money. It's free money. Anita Cho, how's it going? Ah, the curse. We're talking about the Bitcoin conference curse. Might as well be calling it a curse. Reese John, I see ya. Haven says, I've heard bad rumors about Zeus in the Soul community, but haven't researched any news yet. It was kind of hot there for, I mean, do you see this? I mean, think about it. I mean, Zeus, this is getting requested here on the show a lot back. I can't remember when, but they all cycle in, right? That's the thing about the altcoins, man. I mean, they get the hype. And especially when they're doing good, right? That's basically when they get charted most of the look, it's popping off. Hey, look, it's up. Like a lot of the ones that we looked at tonight that gave the signals or whatever. Like, no, you too damn high. You already popped off. I ain't chasing you. But they cycle in and then they get forgotten. They get hot and then what? Oh, a year and a half later, it's like, oh, I think I got some of that coin. Wait, oh, I do. I bought some back when it was hot. Oh, I bought the top. That's how that usually translates a lot of time. Oh, darn it. Well, it's only down 97%. Hopefully it's not always like that, but sometimes it is, right? Am I right? Am I right? I'm just being real. Reese John says, Zeus is for ETH, not doing so good on Solana. I know nothing about it, to be honest with you. Auntie D, hide the kids, hide your wife. How many languages do the turkeys really know these days? The turkey is trying to learn other languages and get pieces and parts of them, but it does not stick up here. That's the problem, getting it to stick. But the turkey has studied Japanese and studied Spanish and just a little bit of, well, I studied a little French and China. I mean, just the very, we're talking about skimming. We're not saying, oh yes, he can. No. We're like, we put an effort to it and it eventually said, you know what? This is not as fun as what it started out as being as interesting. So, I'll probably skip out the next lesson that tomorrow. Okay. If I'm not in class, then yeah, that's all right. That's kind of how that works. All right, so I knew it was going to be a fun night. Apparently, Rich Degens like Ordy. I'm just trying to fit in. I'm going to take a look at XCN. This is Onyx coin. Is it doing anything right now? You're still at 1.8 cents. I thought you was doing something. Thought you might have been doing something. We get that fib off of there. She go up, she go down. She's still in a range. Which means that I guess this little guy is your best bet to play this. A very tight range too, about 2.1 cents. And we're at the point of control right now at 18. And it's got a low around 17.5. That is 0.0175. So it's been kind of dull, but when this one goes, it's fun. And this ride here was just like, oh my god, that's amazing! All the way up to almost 5 cents right there, and it doesn't sound like much until you realize, if you got into it when she's like under a penny, like at these crazy prices. You make 15x, and like $200 can turn into $2,500, that kind of thing, and that's cool. I would like to have more of that in my life, please. A lot more, if you don't mind. If only they would all do that. And then, of course, you get the run, and then you get the down and the sideways. And it was actually kind of cool that she kind of didn't come lower. And now we're just kind of reaccumulation, and then eventually it'll go again. But the performance on this got me really wondering, seriously. I mean, I know we got targets all the way up here through here, but if we're looking for a higher high for something to happen later on, I mean, how high can she go? 7 cents, 8 cents, maybe at the most up here? I mean, she can do better. I mean, anything can happen, but just within reason from what I'm seeing, what we've gotten. But I don't know, depending on what you got. I mean, if you turn $250 into, turn a little bag into more and played it or whatever, and let's say that now you got a couple of thousand in this position per chance, because that can happen from playing this little stuff. Let's just say it's $2,000, and then it can turn into, well, $4,000. Woo! Or almost $5,000. Okay. So determine if it's worth waiting for that ride up there. I don't know. at this point in the game, we got to ask ourselves, how much longer do we have this market? Altcoins haven't even started their run, if they're going to have a good run. I hope that they do. I expect that they do. We hope and pray, because that's why we're in them. But it's been a hard cycle for altcoins, especially since Pump.fun. Yeah! Go Solana! Thanks for making our blockchain space better with all that. All right, so we got that. On the thing, for real. That was the thing. Pump.fun came out and killed meme coins because then everybody had them. And then Trump came out and just killed all the meme coins. And then now they're starting to come back a little bit. Take a look at a few meme coins here. Miro, we looked at that one. How are you doing now? She was down to a penny. Got up to 4.2 cents, and now she's back down to 2.8 cents there. I see a ribbon flipping going on, like most of the altcoins, which makes me think we can get a little bit better for altcoins. But then again, I got to be real zooming out, and considering this is our 236 area fib. You know, are we going to break above it? We need to break above it. I hope we see that. Otherwise, we can stay down here and accumulate more, and don't want to do that during the summer. Don't want to spend a summer watching these guys accumulate at some low level. We want to see altcoin summer. Come on, Bitcoin dominance, start drop it like it's hot, baby. We need to see some of that action going on. We need to see Total 3 start getting. I know what you need, Total 3. I know exactly what you need. I got just the thing for you. I'm going to give it to you. You need some of this, Total 3. I'm going to leave this with you overnight. Here's a sample pack for free. It's on the house. I would like to come back tomorrow and see a big old boner candle just shooting off on the Total 3 altcoins. And I don't know if it can happen, but I am really trying to throw that suggestion over there. We got higher lows. We need a higher high. We need a way higher high. We need to start getting up to $1 trillion. We need another $100 billion coming into this market to pump our bags. And then we need to take it as it's pumping up there, I think, because I'm not sure how long it's going to hold. That $1 trillion is our target. From there, I would expect probably a pullback. If we get lucky, maybe we'll shoot on through and keep on pumping. But if I've got any definitive guide to help navigate through altcoins, when we come up here, we see this little line come up there. We probably want to make sure that we've taken some profits. Probably at least 25%. I'm just saying, because it could roll over and then you can put that 25% back in. And if she keeps going, well, then, hey, man, you took 25%. You can put it back in if it comes back down. See, it works both ways. And it's almost like you never did it at all. And then come up here, that's where you definitely want to take profits. Woohoo! Baby, look! And hopefully we can start picking out Lambo colors. I'm looking at Pintos right now. We'll get up to Lambo soon enough, I hope. Kelly says... Alright, well, this one's old. What the hell? So we zoom out on the weekly, and this is what helium looks like. Can you believe that one time this coin was like $38? I can't either. Think it's ever going to get back there? Nope. I'm on, wait a minute, I'm on this is HNT, this is not helium mobile. Or is it? No, it's mobile. Is that the right one? I longed it at 3.7. It's got to be this one then, right? Okay, you longed it down here? Okay, that's cool. Let's see, now we got this trend line, which is going to act as resistance, but it could also jump back into it, so I want to keep that idea up there. If it does, then that could be a strong move. We made this little double top kind of thing at resistance. Bumped our head on it twice there. Let me see what's going on here. 786. 0618. Yeah. 201618. That's a beautiful touch of that 886. Well, that's gorgeous. So you bought a 371, and we're kind of wondering, well, what the hell is it going to do? Basically, is what I'm gathering from here. Oh, that's nice. Is that legit? That looks legit. So it looks like we got an overall trend line right there. Almost kind of missed it. Wasn't kind of looking for it. So honestly, it looks like, you know, this is a 236 area, that little red line there, and we seem to be getting rejected. I don't know if she does come back down. She might be down to. I'm on the weekly, by the way. I'm on the weekly. So let me zoom in. And this is the weekly. We haven't been down here for like 2 months, so let's kind of zoom in. All right, so great little W pattern down here, and look like we did a retest, but that's going to be the main area I'd be looking for right there. That has a good chance to coming down. Now I don't know if we'll touch it. Depends on is that 1, 2, 3. Well, you already screwed that up. It might come back down here and touch that area at 340. Could. I'm not crazy about that cloud. Let's go to the 4 hour. I like what I see going on here, flipping the moving averages. We're below the 200 on the 4 hour, and now I find this kind of interesting. So as bearish as this one has got, dropping from 4 to 362, that was a hell of a drop. I don't know what happened with the news or anything like that. Something came out. 11% drop there. But the 50, the 100, and the 200, that blue, white, and yellow line, they haven't crisscrossed, right? It's just been the two smaller ones, and that happens all the time. We came down and touched the 360, which bullish across the 800. I think we can zigzag through here for a little bit. And because these haven't crossed bearishly, I read that as that we can come back up here and still even get above them. But when they start crossing over each other, then I gotta, oh, we're losing that, starting to lose that momentum. But right now, we still got a chance to come right back up to where we were. I would be a little skeptical about that move because, I mean, it did break a trend line, so that's going to be resistance right back up at those areas, about $4, and maybe we're just making a bigger channel. And that could be what's going on. I need to zoom out because that's too much noise on this chart. Let's see if we can find. Well, that's not a purdy channel. Yeah, this is as best as I can see for a channel. And that's exactly what I would do right there. Yeah, baby, yeah. We'll find it. Just had to look a little bit for it. We found it. We found our channel. So in this context, if we do look at it in this way, we do have 3 touches on this side. We got more than 3 touches on the other. We have a valid pattern, a valid channel, even though she's kind of ugly and kind of weird. This is a great place for it to bounce and then go to the top of the channel somewhere, hopefully. She may have to, spend a little time here dancing around before she gets back above this trend line. But once she gets back above it, it's the trend line of $4.10. If she can get back above her there, she can go to make a nice, quicker move toward the $5 area, in my personal opinion. Or you could see a woolly booger pattern over here. Is that a shoulder? Is this a head with the horns? It's an inverted devil pattern. Or it's granny. I don't know. That might be granny. Oh, stop it. Granny with the gourd under her armpit. Oh my gosh. All right, so that's kind of a steep channel, but it has been respecting it for all this while, so I'm still kind of leaning in on that idea. That's 8 hour. What do you say on the 1 hour? You got some work cut out to do, but here on the 1 hour, we got those big ass moving averages, right? They're in bullish order here. That looks good. So we can snap back up there, I think. That is a weird ass double bottom W pattern, but hey man, everybody can't have pretty cursive writing. Some of us have to print block letters, and some of us just can't have to spell things backwards. I think we're trying to retest this little top area here. Let's hope that holds. So helium, I think it's. I think let's see if we can get back to $4 here. If not, well, then we're starting to look back at 340 and 322. If not, so we need to do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going for an hour and 31 minutes checking out Bitcoin, which continuously wants to drop on everybody's ass. And just you were looking hopeful, and then you're like, nope. You didn't make it up as high as I thought you were going to come up 108.8. I think it still will. I'm here on the 6-minute chart looking at Bitcoin, which is just disappointing everybody. Whether you're longing or shorting this has been a hard one to trade. This is nothing but a bunch of chop, and this is where they will take your profits away from you. I'm just telling you. And it's just been nothing but stop losses getting hit. Even if they're taking your stop losses out in profit, the profit that you're making is just nothing. It's not worth. It's just not. It's not. There's no payday happening here. Don't you dare roll over. So Bitcoin, yeah, we're flirting with this level right here. You better hold that. I think she's got a chance to hold this and continue on up. But when she gets up here at about 109, close to 109, I don't know, man, because this is a bearish. All these moving averages are on the small time frames. Those are bearish. That's a flip. So I'm expecting it to come up here and then roll over, and she may be front running me, and I'm like, gosh darn it, I didn't get my short in. I'm trying to short this thing from up here. I'm trying to put in a small, probably 1 or 2x short, because I can't even trust that. There's been a lot of fake outs. I mean, the market makers are playing really dirty right now. They are. They're doing a lot of swing failure patterns, just, you know, to flush out the stop losses and things like that. And they're having fun. Okay, they're making money doing this too, because they're just shaking our pockets, just holding us upside down and shaking it out. So I'm not trying to do much of anything right now. B&B I'm going to look at, because we saw that chart and that looked like it was getting ready to do something. But other than that, I'm kind of backing off, because I don't want to get caught up in anything. Should we need a little bit more confirmation that we're trying to go on altcoins? It looks like it's trying to, but we're not there yet. And all we got is we can draw a trend line, but there's nothing there. It's a hope and a dream. It's a hope and a dream. It's not a valid trend line, in my opinion. That might be a little bit more. This definitely is. We just need to see a higher high. We need to see about another $15 billion come in over by this time tomorrow night, man. If we can just be up there a little bit, I think we'll be happier, and they'll be telling us, hey man, we got a chance to continue making higher highs and higher lows out of these altcoins and get it out of this altcoin funk that we've been in for, seems like, what, the last 3 years? That's what it feels like. I mean, I know they do good here and there, but they just give it all back. It's bleh. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me as we go to the 6-minute chart on Bitcoin. Just the look of the painless she's giving us. Hoping for a bounce, but settling for whatever the market gives us. Look over here at this area. If you don't mind, if you draw your attention to this area right over here, you can see we're coming back to retest that. Hopefully that will stick. We got that one. We got this one. Something needs to hold here, people. It's got some moving averages. You need to Get with the program, Bitcoin. If you're going up, let's go up. Let's go make a higher high. But gosh darn it, I don't think you'll get past it. I just won't think you will. Yet. As we start getting ready for the weekend, tomorrow is Thursday. Am I correct on that? Is that right? Why, yes, it is Thursday now. We're getting ready to go into the weekend. What do they do? What have they been doing? They've been running us down. Didn't they run us down? Did they run us up or run us down last Friday? I think they ran us down last Friday, right? And then they flip-flopped it on Sunday for us, right? So let's see what they do over the next 2 days. And they will probably flip-flop that, what they're doing, come Sunday, Monday of next week. Because a general rule of thumb, that's something to watch. It's an idea to watch. So we got something to watch as we're going into the weekend. So if they run us up before the weekend, well, I'll be taking them profits because they ain't going to sustain it on the weekend. More than likely not. But we'll see. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. Trade carefully, trade wisely as we watch these altcoins make money and then give it right back. Make money and give it right back. Make money and give it way back. Sean? 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 Oh, hey, guy. Huh, you thought I was gone, huh? You're a dick.
You're just jealous.
Speak words of love to me again. Oh, jeez. May the blessings of the cowbell be upon you.
Good night, John boy.
What up, Mary Ellen?
Good night, Grandpa.
She wakes when the markets start to play. Eyes like
Grandpa?
sharks, they give nothing away.
Grandpa?
Night and day,
John boy?
she's chasing
Grandpa ain't saying nothing.
profit and whisper.
They're probably asleep.
No need for prime.
Are they breathing?
Crypto operator
Go to sleep.
moving so sly.
Good night, John boy.
For
God's sake, good night.
and kissing goodnight. She's got the wallets, your keys in her hand. Trading emotions you don't understand.
There's no dog waving.
Her phone lights up with the
Good night, everybody.
flicker of trade.